Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
Hey.
Hey.
Ciao.
Welcome to the Daily Dose of Disney. I'm Arnie.
And I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
We've got Ben, and we also have D&G Explorers with us today.
And Little Explorer.
Big Explorer.
Gregory and Derek, as I hit you.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Good to see you guys.
Voluptuous. You.
Word of the day, voluptuous.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Voluptuous.
What's voluptuous?
Not volump, it's voluptuous.
Oh, it's voluptuous?
Yes.
That voluptuous. Hey, Danny. Welcome to the stream. Let's do a chat
voluptuous.
check, guys.
Okay. Hey, okay. So we have chat check. We have Rachel in the stream today. Mike Wheeler. I see Samantha. Thank you for being here, Samantha. And Queen Harriet so far. And Todd, Mr. Fox Hollow. He just posted a video today. His first video, baking peanut butter cookies. So go check it out. Also, Pearl Manhattan and Danny, Two Real Geeks. Rachel Fithian, thank you for joining. Candy Mom, Cynthia, thank you. And Carlos, the Disney World Freak. Awesome. And Mar is here. Hello, Mar. Mar in Memphis. Good to everyone here. Thank you for joining everyone this afternoon. We've decided to go ahead and ask Little Explorer and Big Explorer to join us just to have some fun today. How you guys doing?
Good.
Very good.
We actually just ate, so we're feeling a little better. We barely ate today.
What did you eat?
Carl's Jr. The drive-thru.
What did you eat?
I got that new, I think it's called BFC. I've had it before. It's like a patty of grilled cheese, and it's all crusty, and then inside it's kind of gooey. And
It sounds so appetizing.
It is good. Then they put it on top of your hamburger with your lettuce and tomato, and they put some kind of, I think, like a spicy Thousand Island dressing sauce on it. It's really good, actually. And then you get regular star.
Is it real? Is like a grilled cheese, or is it actually have meat in it?
No, it's its own cheese that's grilled. It's a circle patty of cheese only, and they put it on top of your hamburger with your lettuce and tomato and all that stuff.
It almost looks like a hash brown, but inside of that hash brown is cheese.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, it sounds so trashy.
Wow.
It sounds really delicious.
Yeah.
All I had was a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch.
Oh,
That works for me.
Okay, Danny's about to go get checkers, and Carlos here says Guinness beef stew over mashed potatoes.
No.
That sounds amazing.
oh, checkers, like rallies and checkers. I
Yeah.
thought game checkers for a moment.
Yesterday during the Daily Dose, I talked about the one and only original genuine Family Band. I think that's what it's called, something like that. And Queen Harriet says, I watched the Family Band movie yesterday, and now I know why it died on the shelf.
Has everybody watched Onward? We had movie night last night. We watched Onward.
We're gonna just wait for it to come on Disney Plus, probably save our money.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Who's
Nope.
Oh, wow. Because I thought last night when we were texting that I already thought you guys watched it.
No. No.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I didn't give it away, but it is.
Oh no.
That's one of the movies when because they started showing the previews last year. That was one of the movies that Greg said right away that he wanted to see.
Yeah, I love mythical creatures, and I knew this was like something that was right up my interest. So
it's well done. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good.
So, yeah, definitely.
Wow. Yeah, if you like that stuff.
Definitely mythical creatures. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
I heard it's sad and emotional, and I kind of know why. And it's probably gonna get to me too, but we'll see.
Actually, now that I know your situation, it will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, guys, I'm going to mention some things here and that have happened in history and also in today's news, too. So I'll mention each one, then we can discuss them. Okay. So in 1970, The Wonderful World of Disney, which was on NBC at the time, did a show called Disneyland Showtime. It featured the Osmond brothers, Kurt Russell, Kids of the Kingdom, The Sound Castle, and the Dapper Dans. And they were really pushing the new Haunted Mansion attraction at Disneyland. It was the setting for the whole TV overview of the park and the musical stuff that happens there at Disneyland.
They play that a lot on clips of, Kurt Russell.
So have you guys ever seen any part of that special from Disneyland or on the Wonderful World of Disney?
You probably would have.
No, the only thing I saw with the Osmond was their 10th anniversary when they were tiny little tots. I don't even think Donnie was with them then. That's the only time I remember seeing the Osmonds on a Disney special.
Ben, what about you? Do you remember seeing that special?
I only remember seeing I remember seeing it, but the only thing I can recall from the special was the very end when all the Osmonds were gathered outside the Haunted Mansion after having ridden the Haunted Mansion, and they couldn't find Donnie.
Yeah, because I remember that too. Donnie was missing.
Huh.
Cheese level, it was a big 10, a big old 10.
Yeah,
so cheesy. On this day in 1975, and we want to hear all your guys' stories, that the Lake Buena Vista Shopping Village officially opened and provided the first non-park shopping at Walt Disney World and promoted a restful shopping atmosphere, similar to the New England Seaside Village. Among the shops were a bunch of other things. And then it changed to just the Walt Disney World Village in 1977, then rethemed just the Disney Village Marketplace in 1989, and then finally Downtown Disney in 1997. So what are your stories? Do you guys like Downtown Disney or Disney Springs or whatever they call it now?
I like our Downtown Disney, although almost less than half of it, there's nothing going on really, so they need to do something with that. But I like the Walt Disney World one too because it has a lot to offer. I think each one has its own thing to offer, really.
First time I went to Walt Disney World was in 1993, and it was called the Disney Marketplace at that time. And I liked the theming of it. Now it's huge. I mean, they have so many different
it's huge
buildings. You could spend as much time in Disney Springs as you could in a theme park of one of the airports. But I like the original one. I love the Christmas shop. And I love the one spot where they have where you can get like the photos and that the artwork. I forgot what that is called, but
it's Art of Disney. I bought too much artwork there. It's the Art of Disney.
Yeah,
and for me, the Christmas shop is a very dangerous shop. I remember going in there. I've mentioned the story before on the stream, but I went in one time. This was in 2002 that we went there, and I went in. Looked around, started to get the shakes, and looked even more around, and then I started hyperventilating. I walked out of the store and sat on a little retaining wall, rocking back and forth, saying, "What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I want everything."
We had UPS, but I only know it.
Yeah, I did a lot of shopping that day.
Nathan, I only noticed Downtown Disney.
Nathan, thank you for joining, and I see Amy has joined the stream too. Amy, thank you for being here.
Ben, do you get that way when you go into the Christmas shop like Arnie does, or do you control yourself and behave?
Well, I had never been to the Christmas shop in Florida, so I can't relate.
Oh, what about the one in Disneyland?
Every time I'm in a Christmas shop at Disneyland, I don't necessarily hyperventilate. But I do look at it and I go, okay, I've already got something similar to this. I've got that. I don't have that, but I don't need that. And so I have to remember that I don't have 70,000 trees to decorate in my own house.
We don't have that problem. We just get it all. And if we duplicate, we have another tree for it. So we don't discriminate. So I just tell them just to buy it all. Don't discuss it. Just get your fingers and start grabbing. It's just
right.
Yeah, Cynthia.
Grab. I'm more methodic about that kind of thing.
It's Arnie was having adventures moment.
Yeah.
What was that?
It sounded like Arnie was having a Mr. Toad's moment.
Yes, it was.
Oh yes, yeah.
It really was.
It was.
My eyes glazed over. It was the whole thing of.
But the Disney Christmas shop doesn't have really everything in there because the Emporium, and then there's on the right, if you're facing towards the exit of Disneyland, the Emporium on your right, and then there's another shop on your left, closer to Starbucks. I think they usually have a lot more nicer things to buy.
By the Christmas
Yeah.
The China Closet.
Yeah, the China Closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have a lot of stuff there. Oh, welcome back, Mike. Thanks for joining me again.
So that was in 1975.
But that was 1975. It officially opened for the first time. But I'll tell you, it's pretty successful. I mean, let's face it. They've got
45 years ago today.
Wow.
Sorry.
45 years ago today.
Yeah. But now they've got huge parking garages for the whole thing, and I guess they're themed after different bits of fruit, like the lime garage, things like that. Dougie and Paul in the chat so far tonight. The chaos of last night will not repeat itself. That is
Please
true.
behave.
That is true, Nathan. That is very true. Boy, yesterday was an absolute wild day. It was great. So much fun.
It was very UK.
On this day in 1985, a movie called Baby was released by Touchstone Pictures, the third film from Touchstone. And it's about an American couple who finds a family of a surviving apatosaurus or a brontosaurus in Africa, Central Africa. Soundtrack was by a guy named Jerry Goldsmith.
Is that maybe a lost dinosaur?
Yes.
It's like
Secret of the Lost Legend.
Yeah, like a brontosaurus or something. I remember that. You don't remember that? Oh my gosh, that is an old movie. Wow.
1985. I've never seen it.
Oh, I've seen it a time.
Yeah, so I did not know anything about this movie other than the research that I saw. I do know that it was Jerry Goldsmith did the soundtrack. He did a lot of music for a lot of movies during his career. He died, 15, 16 years ago. But the one last thing that I really remember him for is the soundtrack from Soarin' Over California.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then 1988 in Anaheim, the Grand Hotel, located east of Harbor Boulevard, blew up in a successful demolition.
No, it didn't blow up. It was imploded.
Well, it blew up. It imploded. It demolished. They demolished it. So it blew up and demolished in 1998. To make way through all the...
Now, Ben, do you remember the Grand Hotel?
I do. It looked a lot like one of the towers of the Disneyland Hotel.
Mm-hmm. The one thing I remember is a sign that they had on top. It was a rotating circle. It just went around. It just said Grand Hotel. It just kept rotating. It was a luxury hotel, 242 rooms, and it was a tall building. But yeah, it was imploded on this day in 1998. Disney had purchased the property with the intention of expanding their property footprint there in Anaheim. They eventually built a parking garage, or not a garage, but a parking lot on that spot.
Yeah.
The Pumbaa parking lot.
Pumbaa.
Hey, Richard.
Richard.
Located?
It was across the street from Disneyland, across Harbor Boulevard, and it was actually closer to Interstate 5.
Okay, off Disney Way then.
Yeah,
exactly that way.
Yeah, exactly on Friedman Way.
Yeah,
that's what it was, right? And there were over 200 people watching it happen live right there on property. Also, people at the Disneyland Hotel in the Disneyland Pacific, they were watching it too.
What was the name of it again?
The Grand Hotel.
Grand Hotel.
And it was imploded on this day in 1998.
Probably on YouTube somewhere.
I'm sure it is. And then finally, for history on this day, Frozen, the Broadway show, opened on Broadway 2 years ago, 2018. Oh. So Frozen's been open now for 2 years.
Wow. Well, it's not playing right now, but...
No, it's not playing right. Broadway's dark right now. But remember when Disney Way was West Drive? I do remember that.
Yes.
I also remember trying to get out of the parking lot on a busy day at Disneyland. Sometimes it would take 45 minutes to an hour just to get out of the parking lot and down west to go home.
Yep.
It's so much, it's better engineered now to get out of the parking structure with different options.
Disney knows how to move people.
Yeah, they know how to move.
They know how to move their guests.
Yes.
It's always their guests. But news today, let me go ahead and read this. Cast members were informed of delayed scheduling for the potential reopening of Walt Disney World. If there's anyone yearning for some sense of normalcy back in their lives right now, it's cast members. However, with the situation changing rapidly by day, it seems Disney is hesitating to make any moves before announcing any official extensions of the park closure. While Magic Kingdom was officially set to re-soft open by March 29th, it seems those plans may now be up in the air as scheduling has been delayed for cast members. Usually they receive their schedules like a week before now, before they reopen. But they have since been notified that they will not be receiving their schedules until at least Tuesday, the earliest. So don't think that this is a confirmation of the reopenings, but it says that Disney has not made an official announcement, and the current established reopening date is still April 1st until further notice. But that may change, of course.
Well, people with their My Magic experience, whatever that's called, because I don't know anything about that in Walt Disney World, people were checking it last night, and all of a sudden the stuff from middle of April is gone. Their reservations all of a sudden disappeared.
Oh.
They haven't replied. They haven't been popped back. Some people think it might have been a glitch because sometimes you lose a pass and all of a sudden it just reappears. You have that in server land. No, these are gone. So people are piping up saying they're reading tea leaves and noticing that if My Magic experience and I'm losing fast passes that already in the middle of April, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Mike here says, Arnie, something you may be interested in, and I'll have to find the article, but the pianist from Disneyland Paris will be doing a Twitter live today playing the piano. Oh, that's awesome.
Derek, why are you laughing at me?
No, we're not laughing at you. It's because Derek said something about Ben. Tell him.
If Ben gets hungry, at least he has Piglet behind him.
Oh.
You're terrible.
That's a horrible cartoon that's circulating now.
Yeah, that is a horrible cartoon.
Oh, Piglet's going to get eaten?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan, I'm with you. I don't see them reopening April 1st either. But that's just me. I'm sure there are other people that feel the same way.
Right.
I think it's
Perfect April Fool's joke.
something.
Oh, dear
something
Lord.
There was one other thing that was announced yesterday, and that's the Alani, which had remained open, is now going to be closed. They're closing it on March 24th, but it looks like right now they're saying it's going to be closed at least just 1 week. Are you okay?
Yeah.
What is it?
Kinky.
What was it?
The Alani is going to be closed for at least a week starting the 24th, so it's going to be at least through the 31st.
Wow.
Yeah, in Hawaii.
So
You need to cancel your plans.
and like Cynthia says, at least my pass is being extended. Yes, it is being extended. As a matter of fact, at least from what I saw, they're not even going to charge if you have a monthly cost, a monthly charge. They're not going to charge that until the parks are open again. So
Oh, so it's gonna hit your credit card this month?
no, it will not hit my credit card this month.
Okay, because we have it all on his credit card. It's like, cool.
We'll have to check our bank statements on that.
Yeah, definitely check your statements.
I think everything just should be frozen right. Nobody has to pay anything. This is going to be crazy. Crazy times. So, yeah, I heard that about Hawaii. So that's the fun times around there. We're just hunkering down.
Yeah. So, Ben, what did you do this week on Life with Ben?
I had a second chicken sandwich challenge where I went to KFC, Popeyes, and Burger King. And if you want to tune in to look at the video, feel free. It's already posted on Pepper Tree Villa. It posted on Thursday morning. And I'll take care of it with one of my 7.
Yeah, you can. If you have 7 of them, you can give us one of those cards. You can share.
And Todd, to answer that question, no, there have been no more parties in our neighborhood, at least not that I've heard.
Well, we have
nothing
that.
in our immediate.
We have an idiot down there, but
we have a guy that's down the street that's revving his engine, just idling his motor right now, and it's irritating to Doug. It doesn't bother me.
It smells exhaust. He just lets it go and go and go for hours, and it wafts in the house, and it's just really irritating because now all I smell is.
He misses being out on the street on the road.
Richard also asks if I'm going to be having a part 3 to my chicken sandwich challenge, and the answer to that is yes. That will
but
be.
It's not a blind taste test, though.
No, it's not a blind test. But I would have been able to have tasted the difference. I would have known exactly where the sandwiches would have come from anyway. I'm familiar with the flavors of them. And part 3 is definitely coming on Thursday, Richard. So hang tight. You'll see it then.
What was Mar thinking? Well, I didn't know I was thinking. She says, I like your thinking, Doug. I don't know what was I thinking. I don't know what I was doing.
Anyway, Derek and Gregory, what have you got going? I mean, you just dropped a video today, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a premiere video.
But
How did it go?
I just checked my account on the 15th is when my Disneyland pass goes through, and on 3/17 it went through.
It did go through.
For us, it did.
Yeah, but this lot didn't start until after that, right?
I don't know.
Probably April when we won't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to remember, this all has just been happening like by the hour and by the day, and it just.
But to answer your question on our premiere video, that it was fun. We had a good turnout. We did a taste test of lobster ice cream, which surprisingly isn't bad. It's just like eating lobster meat in vanilla ice cream. It was kind of buttery a little bit, but it was like chewy. It was really cold lobster.
We did chewy. We had we had Needham chocolate, which is potato based, and
that was pretty good. It was like a Mounds bar.
And then we also had a Moxie, which is a soda. So we were on our Canadian cruise on the NCL Escape, and we stopped in Bar Harbor. So this was part 2 of the Bar Harbor day.
I did say Moxie tasted like root beer at first, but then as we started drinking it, it got really bad, and we didn't finish it. It was kind of gross.
Now, is Bar Harbor O-USA? Is it O-Canada?
Maine.
It's Maine. Oh, still in Maine? You guys were in Maine a lot.
We were there in Portland, Maine, and then we were in Bar Harbor, and then our next 2 stops was St. John's, Bay of Fundy, New Brunswick, Canada, and then Halifax, Canada.
And every single port we went to on that cruise
burned down. We already know.
Tragedy had struck, and it's just horrible.
Thank you, Mike, for posting our video.
Thank you, Mike. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah,
I'll have to go back and watch that because I was setting up our lunch stream.
We were doing a lunch stream thing with our family, so we will be watching that, though.
Yeah.
And then Mara said that she liked your thinking about stop all payments.
In April.
That reminds me of Mary Poppins when they go into the bank and they say, stop all payments. Because there was a run on the bank.
Doug, I have to ask you, why were you smelling your fingers?
Because
you look.
I touched something here and it smells like cumin. I don't know. I just there's smells around
in your armpits and
like Superstar.
Mary Catherine.
Yeah, Mary Catherine.
Leave those trees alone. Leave them for the squirrels.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So that is about all we have for the Daily Dose today. I'd like to thank the moderators. All of you with a blue wrench, you know who you are. Thank you so much for everything you do for us and our support channels. Of course, D&G Explorers are here. We also have Two Real Geeks, which were here, and the Orlando guy as well. We also have Rob Fuzz and More Sunshine, Please, as our support channels. We're very thankful for everything they all do for us. And then, Ben, you've got your chicken challenge. And then tomorrow night on PTV Live. Ben, what are we doing tomorrow night on PTV Live?
We are going to be talking about PTV Loves Costco.
That's right.
So we're doing some research on how Costco came to be, and then talking about our experiences at Costco, not necessarily our current experiences.
I don't know where they're at. Let's see. Doug's looking for something in there. He's looking in the freezer.
He's looking for toilet paper.
He's licking the freezer?
Yeah, I'm licking the freezer. Oh, no, they're too far away. I don't want to get them. We have a bunch of Costco hot dogs. I just don't want to bin down.
And yes, Kirkland goodness. Definitely, Richard. It is definitely
we only buy their paper towels. We only buy their toilet paper.
When it's in stock.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and we buy their almond butter only and their maple syrup. We have Canadians that are a Canadian, and they only buy Costco maple syrup because it's basically better than what they get in Canada. What else do we only get at Costco?
How can you get better syrup in Costco than you can get in Canada?
That's from Canadians.
They must not like maple.
No, they're very picky with their maple, and they say it's the best that they get in the U.S. Some say it's actually some of the better than in Canada.
Kirkland also makes these great protein bars that I use when I do a workout and I want to grab some protein.
What else do we only have in Costco?
For muscles? I want a good protein bar, and I do like the protein bars there.
Oh, we only buy their hamburger and their pork chop night. We get a lot of our protein there, and their big bag of frozen chicken. And what else? Oh, Brazzy Bites is the new hot thing now. We've been all because of Jimbo in Florida, Mr. Sunshine.
Yeah, Mr. More Sunshine Please did Brazzy Bites on his show for a tasting, and I thought, those sound good. So we tried them out from Costco, and you know what? We liked them. They were really good. But yeah. Costco, we love a lot about Costco, and they're more than just food. So we'll be talking more about that tomorrow night on our show.
They're my magazine and book pushers for me. But they're getting a lot more skimpier because nobody's buying books anymore, and it's just sad. How does that make you feel? Sad.
And then Cynthia says, Arnie says protein bars. I say, like, hand me the cheeseburger.
Yeah, I know.
I like that. Well, everyone, thank you. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Daily Dose. I'll be back tomorrow with yet another version of the Daily Dose of Disney, talking everything about March 23rd. So that'll be tomorrow afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. So everyone, go check out Derek and Gregory's video if you have not yet watched it today. That is their tasting of lobster ice cream. I know I'm going to watch it myself right now. So everyone, go check that out. And then we will see you tomorrow here on the Daily Dose of Disney. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Have a magical evening, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.